Have you ever set a New Year's resolution full of motivation only to see it fizzle out by February? You're not alone. We've all been there, trying to build a new habit like exercising daily, reading more, or learning a new skill, only to fall back into our old routines. What if I told you there's a secret to making habits stick, and it's not about willpower or motivation? Today, we're going to dive deep into the science of habit formation and uncover the practical strategies you can use to build habits that actually last a lifetime. Forget the frustration and guilt. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear, actionable roadmap to transform your life, one small habit at a time. So, what's the biggest mistake people make? They go too big, too fast. We think, I'm going to run a marathon when we haven't run a mile in years. Or I'll read a book a week when we barely finish one a month. This approach is a recipe for burnout. Our brains are wired to conserve energy and resist drastic changes. But when we try to do too much at once, our brains perceive it as a threat, and we quickly retreat to our comfort zone. The real secret isn't about grand gestures. It's about starting so small it feels almost ridiculous. This is the core principle of what author James Clear calls atomic habits. The idea is to make your new habit so easy and so tiny that you say no. Let's break this down. The foundation of any habit is a three-step loop: cue, routine, and reward. The cue is the trigger that tells your brain to go into automatic mode and which habit to use. The routine is the behavior itself, and the reward is what helps your brain figure out if this particular loop is worth remembering for the future. For a habit to stick, all three parts need to be strong. Most of us focus only on the routine, the action itself, but we neglect the cue and the reward, which are arguably more important for long-term success. Let's start with the cue. You need to make your habit obvious. If you want to drink more water, don't just rely on remembering. Put a water bottle on your nightstand so it's the first thing you see when you wake up. If you want to practice guitar, don't keep it in its case in the closet. Put it on a stand in the middle of your living room. You want to design your environment to nudge you towards your desired behavior. This is called choice architecture. You're not relying on willpower. You're making the right choice the easiest choice. Conversely, if you want to break a bad habit, make the cue invisible. Want to stop mindlessly scrolling on your phone? Move your social media apps off your home screen and into a folder. Or, better yet, delete them and only use the browser version. Next up is the routine. This is where the start small rule is a game changer. I mean, really small. Want to start a meditation habit? Don't aim for 20 minutes. Start with 1 minute. Just one. 60 seconds. Anyone can find 1 minute in their day. Want to start flossing? Don't commit to your whole mouth. Just floss one tooth. It sounds silly, right? But here's the magic. You're not trying to achieve a world-changing result on day one. You're trying to establish the identity of a person who meditates or a person who flosses. The goal is to show up, By making it incredibly easy to start, you remove the friction and resistance that often stops us before we even begin. Once you've consistently shown up for a week or two, you can slowly increase the duration from 1 minute of meditation to 2, then 5, and so on. This gradual progression is key. You're building momentum without overwhelming yourself. Now, for the most overlooked part, the reward. Your brain needs immediate positive feedback to lock in a habit. The long-term rewards of good habits, like getting fit or learning a language, are often delayed. You don't get a six-pack after one sit-up, so you need to create an immediate reward. This doesn't have to be anything extravagant. After you complete your tiny habit, give yourself a little celebration. Maybe you do a little fist pump. Say yes out loud or mentally give yourself a pat on the back. This might feel a bit silly, but it releases a little bit of dopamine, creating a positive neurological feedback loop that tells your brain, hey, that was good. Let's do it again. Another great strategy is called temptation bundling. You pair an action you want to do with an action you need to do. For example, you only allow yourself to listen to your favorite podcast while you're exercising. Or you only get to enjoy your morning coffee after you've completed your 1 minute of meditation. This way, the thing you want becomes the immediate reward for doing the thing you need. Another powerful technique is habit stacking. Instead of trying to find a new time and place for your habit, you stack it onto an existing one. Our days are already filled with routines we perform without thinking, waking up, brushing our teeth, making coffee. These are perfect anchors for new habits. The formula is simple. After I current habit, I will new habit. For example, after I pour my morning cup of coffee, I will meditate for 1 minute. Or after I take off my work shoes, I will change into my workout clothes. By linking your new habit to a well-established one, the existing habit becomes the cue. This automates the decision-making process and makes it much more likely that you'll follow through. You're not finding time for your new habit. You're making time by integrating it seamlessly into your existing life. But what happens when you miss a day? This is where most people give up. They have an all-or-nothing mindset. They miss one workout and think, well, I've failed. I might as well quit. This is a huge mistake. The most important rule for building lasting habits is this: never miss twice. Life happens. You'll get sick, work will get crazy, emergencies will pop up. It's inevitable that you'll miss a day here and there. The difference between people who succeed and people who fail isn't that they never mess up. It's that they get back on track as quickly as possible. Missing 1 day is an accident. Missing 2 days is the start of a new, undesirable habit. So, if you miss your meditation session today, make it a non-negotiable priority to do it tomorrow, even if it's just for that 1 minute. Perfection is not the goal, consistency is. Finally, let's talk about identity. The most effective way to change your habits is to focus on who you wish to become. The goal isn't just to read a book, it's to become a reader. The goal isn't just to run a marathon, it's to become a runner. Every time you perform your tiny habit, you are casting a vote for that new identity. When you write one sentence, you're a writer. When you meditate for 1 minute, you're a meditator. These small wins are evidence that you are becoming that person. This shift in mindset from "I have to do this" to "I am this type of person" is incredibly powerful. Your behaviors start to align with your identity, and the habits become a natural expression of who you are, rather than a chore you have to force yourself to do. So, let's recap the secrets. First, make it obvious. Design your environment to cue your good habits. Second, make it attractive. Pair it with something you enjoy. Third, make it easy. Start with a 2-minute rule or a ridiculously small habit. And fourth, make it satisfying. Give yourself an immediate reward and celebrate your small wins. Don't forget to use habit stacking to integrate new behaviors into your routine. And always remember the golden rule: never miss twice. Most importantly, focus on the identity you want to build. Every action you take is a vote for the person you are becoming. This isn't about a 30-day challenge or a temporary fix. It's about building a system for continuous improvement that will serve you for the rest of your life. What is one tiny habit you can start today? Just one thing that takes less than 2 minutes. Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you're working on. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on personal growth and creating a life you love. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.